Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read to you a monthly horoscope for May 2022, and especially for you coming from Sagittarius. Before I begin, here's my email. Send me this email if you wish to know your next 9 years based on your date of birth, your time of birth, and reading your palms. Palms belong to the soul. There's somebody changing lines, changing the signs, it's all changing. It's the soul that's doing it. And I'll show you how to activate your soul so that you become somebody very special. And I'll show you if you like to play lotteries, how to formulate your own lucky lottery numbers. We'll talk much more about that later. The first 15 days of May for you are pretty good enough. All you need to do in every area of your life is to try and be on the same wavelength as the person you are dealing with, whether in job, whether in business, whether in romance, whether in marriage. That's the only thing that's lacking. Everything is working beautifully for you. Your determination may be suspect. You may either be intimidated by what's being offered to you. So be ready before you expect or accept anything. Where your job is concerned, there's every chance if you look for a new job, but there's only uncertainty that you may join a group of people where you work or your bosses and may not be on the same wavelength, and that would be difficult for you because you from Sagittarius are a dominating person. And I see the planets of domination may confront you there. So if you find a new job or wanting to look for a new job in the first 15 days of May, make sure that you're ready to be as flexible and negotiable as you can. If you have a business going, again, the miscalculation or misinformation, again, because you may not be on the same wavelength as people. So double check all whatever is happening where business is concerned, whether new business opportunities, whether enlarging your business, there seems to be a complication and money can slip out of your fingers quite easily. So losses can be seen quite fast. You can manage those by simply taking care to exactly know what you're going into if it's a new business or how to manage your ongoing business. Go slow, I would suggest. If you find a new partner, again, this impetuousness in you to be so quickly wanting to get that new partnership going. And be careful, you'll find very soon enough that you are just not on the same wavelength, being very disagreeable and regretting it. If you have an ongoing romance, you have to make it very clear of your intentions and your plans. Again, miscommunications are a main problem. Anything of a secretive nature, don't let it become active because very quickly the miscommunication turns to revealing what wrong you have done. Apart from that, it's quite stable for you with the romance you have. And the marriage that you have is pretty stable, I would say. You've got used to the habits of your partner. Your partner has got used to the habits of yours. So there should be more harmony in your long-term affairs rather than new affairs. So even in job, you'll be more comfortable where you are rather than making changes. And in business, you'll be more comfortable doing what you're already doing rather than making changes. So make less changes and we'll be just fine. Regarding your health area, in the first 15 days of May, if you're a lady listening to me, then I'm a bit worried that negative cysts, CYSTS, may be attacking your glands. The glands can be your ovaries, they can be your pancreas, and they can be your thyroid. So do that checkup. And backaches are also seen. And if you're a man listening to me, then the prostate gland may be a problem. For both of you, stomach upsets come very easily as well. So be careful where you eat or what you eat. Let's go to the last 16 days of May 2022. The last 16 days are going to be for you very, very, very troublesome. So try to finish all your plans in the first 15 days and lie very low in the last 16 days of May 2022. You cannot afford to, for example, want to change a job. You'll be jumping from the frying pan into the fire. And so stay where you are is safer. But if you have to go, take your time. Don't rush into something which you are going to regret very, very fast because quarrelsomeness and changes of ideas and past issues and also the sense of rebelliousness is all there. And we're talking about you. So all these things may be the ingredients to make your last 16 days of May very troublesome. So make less changes and you'll be fine in the job area. And the same applies to your business. Don't go hunting for new things. They complicate whatever you are doing and they'll bring losses as well. More than that, partnership problems could occur. And therefore, the arguments planet is also there very busy. And then we go to the romance, or let's go to the business area again. I've got something here to tell you that whatever you do long term is better than trying to do quick term. So this last 16 days of May, don't fall for any kind of deal which says that you'll get rich very quickly. It will not happen. Now, regarding a romance, if you find a romance in the last 16 days, if I were you, I would just stay away from it and wait for another period of time, which will be so helpful because you'll be getting into something very complicated and will regret very, very quickly. If you already have a romance, tell yourself to avoid being confrontational in the sense of arguments. It's all very verbal, the problems. And try to be on the same wavelength as much as you can. And if it's a marriage, then tell yourself it'll be easier to handle. What you're doing long term seems to be easier to handle in the month of May. What you start or getting into short term is the problem of adjustment, basically. So you'll adjust easily to your marriage area. But a bit of advice, don't dominate, the horoscope says. Don't dominate and try unnecessarily to want to take charge. So be flexible, be negotiable, and you'll have a wonderful romance marriage going your way. Regarding the health, something pops up in the last 16 days of May, and that's got to do, for you coming from Sagittarius, it's got to do with severe backaches, especially to the lower spine area and a bit to the neck area as well. So something there needs to be adjusted. So go and see a doctor, a neurologist, then they will x-ray your spine. So that's how your month of May is. Now this 90-minute session, which I'm very keen to do for you, to help you for your next 9 years, based on your date of birth, your time of birth, looking at your palms. And I'll show you how to get lucky through lucky colors, lucky gemstones, lucky days, lucky directions. All these are full of energies. You get the right thing going, you're flying. You get a bad thing going, you're falling to the earth like a thud. And so seeing me for this 90-minute session costs you just USD $50, that's all. I'll show you how to formulate your own personal lucky lottery numbers once and for all, a system I will teach you. We all have the skill. We all have the aura. We all have the third eye. Everything is there. We all have a soul. How to activate all that is what I will teach you. And most of all, I'll show you how, if you like to play lotteries, how to formulate your own personal lucky lottery numbers. It's a system. And I will read your palms carefully, whether you have signs that show that you can be lucky in such supernatural things like, for example, lotteries, or even stock market, or even Forex, the financial exchange. So we'll do all that. Here's my email. Send me this email. Let's get the project off the ground between you and me. And your 9 years, age by age, calendar year by calendar year. I'll go through that with you quickly. So you'll know the platform of the next 9 years waiting for you. In the meantime, I wish you a good month of May. Thank you. Goodbye.